You are watching the Friday edition of Platinum Northwest TV News. Good evening and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Philadelphia Mangoeng. These are the leading top stories. First up, President Ramaphosa kicks off the Progressive Business Forum event at Sun City, and the SAPS held a Provincial Police Safety Awareness and Prayer Service at the newly constructed Kanana Police Station. In the business news, increase in mining production in July contributes to economic growth. And in the sports news, SAFA President anticipates Mbokazi's Under-20 World Cup selection. We begin here. Earlier today, President Ramaphosa kicked off the Progressive Business Forum in partnership with the Progressive Citizens Forum event. The event was held under the banner Resilience Inspired Growth. In the landmark moment for the event, President Ramaphosa took the first shot of the day proceedings, signaling the importance of inclusive economic growth and in rebuilding and reshaping South Africa's future.
We need to focus on repairing and repositioning local government. The Minister of COGTA is in the process now of having a discussion on the reform of local government through a white paper. And he's having extensive discussions with a number of role players. I am here today together with a number of cabinet ministers to visit the provincial government here, and we're going to have serious discussions on the state of the province, but also on local government. We've had up to, I would say, 9 or 10 local government entities in the Northwest who are facing more challenges than many others. One of them, Ditsobotla, for instance, which is now under administration, is now under administration for the 9th time, which means that there are serious problems. We've had in Ditsobotla a process where you had 2 mayors, 2 municipal managers, 2 speakers, and that is just completely unacceptable because the inability for our leaders in the province at the local level to straighten out the operations of local government is actually resulting in bad services being delivered to our people. And our people deserve much more than what we are giving them right now through the dysfunctionality at local government level. So we are focusing on that at national government level as well as provincial government level. So our objective of being here today also is to focus on local government and those local municipality councils that have become so badly dysfunctional, to see how we can come up with strategies to repair them. And most of it revolves around the skills base of a number of people who are there, revolves around corruption, and revolves around just the total inability of administration to run local government properly. So we are focusing on that.
So we are at Sun City, where President Cyril Ramaphosa has officially teed off the Women in Business Golf event that was hosted under Resilience Inspired Growth. We saw him take the opportunity to cover other issues plaguing the Northwest province, particularly governance that we saw troubling municipalities such as Ditsobotla. Stay with us now as we will take a shot at the tee-off moment, a very ceremonial shot where he opened the business forum.
This side, guys, I think we'll get a better shot. Yeah, because there's too many people this side. Can you please move, Vic? Move back. Move back. Move back. Men on the tee. Men on the tee. President on the tee. President on the tee. Quiet. Yeah.
In other news, as part of Police Safety Month, the SAPS held Provincial Police Safety Awareness and Prayer Service yesterday at the Kanana Police Station near Orkney. The event is held under the theme Think First, Act Safely, Every Call, Every Time, to pray for the safety of SAPS personnel. In attendance was the Acting Provincial Commissioner, Major General Patrick Asaneng, Acting Deputy Provincial Commissioner for Policing, Major General Oliphant, Klerksdorp Station Commander Brigadier Mrebudi, together with SAPS from all 5 districts, amongst others. Major General Asaneng highlighted the significance of Police Safety Month in honoring members who died in the line of duty, urging commanders and professionals to spread the message of God's unconditional love. Let's listen in.
Polisi le badiri ba sepodisi sa Afrika Borwa mo Provincial ebile ba eteletswe pele ke mokomisinara wa nama o sa tshwere ebo Major General Patrick Asaneng ba ne ba phutaganetse kwa station sa polisi sa Kanana mo sedikeng sa Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, mme ba ne ba dira se go rapelela pabalesego ya mapodisi. Se 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 dirwa gape jaaka kgwedi ya lwetse e le kgwedi ya pabalesego mo sepodising, mme kgwedi e ke yone gape e re gopolang le go tlotla maloko a rona a tlhokafaletseng ba le mo tirong kgotsa ba theogetse. Re bone tiro e tota e tsenelwa gape ke modulasetilo wa province e bong Re Malungana, mme ebile a ba feleletsa a nelane ka molaetsa go tswa mo go ba CPF. Mme magareng ga tse dingwe General Asaneng ile a re ga a nelana ka molaetsa a dira boikuelo mo batsamaising ga mmogo le ba lephata la rona le itsagalang jaaka gore ke Employee Health and Wellness, go bua le maloko ka pabalesego ya bone le go ba thusa ka tse e leng gore ba ka tlhoka go thusiwa ka tsone gore ba dule ba itekanetse ka nako tse tsotlhe le gore ba dire tiro ya bone ka botswapelo. Mme ebile a ba tlhalosa fa ba tshwanetse go itse gore modimo wa re rata ebile o re rata ntle le maparego.
In other news, Deputy President Paul Mashatile revealed that the collective debt owed to water boards by municipalities as at June stood at 25.1 billion rand. Responding during an oral and answer question session in the National Council of Provinces yesterday, now Mashatile said that the Minister of Water and Sanitation, Phemi Jordaan, has made a call to all affected municipalities to make regular payments in current accounts for their undisputed debt. Mashatile was responding to a question to the DAMP, Stefan Skirkogel, who wanted to know what concrete actions will be taken to deal with the culture of impunity and ensure accountability for municipal mismanagement. And on to this now, the chairperson of the ad hoc committee established to investigate allegations made by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Ntantla Mkhwanazi insists their intention is to meet the Parliament's October 31st deadline to submit a report despite the delays. Soviet Lekganyane says the committee stand by its resolution to have Mkhwanazi as its first witness. Mkhwanazi is only available for the committee from the 22nd of this month after his appearance at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. Lekganyane admits that the time it took them to formulate terms of reference contributed to their failure to secure Mkhwanazi's immediate availability. In international news now, more than 300 South Koreans who were detained in a massive immigration raid at Hyundai plant in the U.S. state of Georgia have arrived in their home country. Their return comes as the country's president and Hyundai's chief executive have warned about the impact of the raid. A chartered Korean airjet carrying the workers and 14 non-Koreans who were also detained in the raid took off in Atlanta at midday local time on Thursday. One South Korean national has reportedly chosen to stay in the U.S. to seek permanent residency. According to South Korean President Lee Jae-myung, the departure was delayed by more than a day because of an instruction from the White House. President Donald Trump ordered the post to check whether the workers were willing to remain in the U.S. to continue working and training Americans, according to a South Foreign Ministry official. And with that, let's take a look now at the business news. In the business news, the mining activity has maintained recent gains following another increase in production, providing a positive contribution to the economy. Production rose by 4.4% year-on-year in July, nearly doubling the growth seen in the previous months. The main drivers of South Africa's year-on-year mining sector growth in July included iron ore, which increased by 12.2%, platinum group metals, which grew by 6.2%, and other metallic minerals, whose output surged by 45.8%. This marks the third consecutive month of growth for the industry, which experienced significant declines during the first half of the year. The latest mining data was released by Stats SA on Thursday, and despite positive growth, the sector faces key challenges, which is persistent electricity supply, disruptions in rising energy costs, and high expenses from self-generating solutions. And that's all from the business news. Your sports update follows next. In soccer news, SAFA President Jordaan remains committed to securing the inclusion of Bafana and Orlando Pirates defender Mbokazi in the Amajita squad for the upcoming FIFA Under-20 World Cup scheduled from September 27th to October 19th. Jordaan have announced plans to initiate discussions with Orlando Pirates in an effort to reach an agreement regarding Mbokazi's availability. Given that the tournament in Chile falls outside the FIFA official calendar, clubs are not obligated to release players. However, Jordaan is hopeful that Pirates will agree to release Mbokazi for national duty.
Now it's the preparation for under-20. Of course, you know, they play in Chile in September, towards the end of September in Chile. So we have to make final arrangements for the team. I think we have a very good under-20 team. I'm hoping that Mbokazi can go with them, because if he goes, our defense will be very solid. He's a remarkable player. We have an excellent goalkeeper, and of course our midfield and strikers are very good in under-20. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll talk to all the relevant authorities and see if we can get an understanding and appreciation that for the first time we have an under-20 team that can compete and go into the knockout stages of the Under-20 World Cup. It's an excellent opportunity for our team and for South African football. Yes, because we have never had such an excellent defender at that age. And the opportunity that playing in the World Cup Under-20, you have the whole world watching Under-20. And at that age, they're looking for the injection of new talent in their teams. And this is an excellent opportunity, so I hope we can find an understanding on the matter. And of course, he belongs to Orlando Pirates, and we hope that we can get some understanding.
Moving on to rugby news now, the Springbok women's head coach Swayze de Bruin has selected Nolusindiso Booi at the lock for Saturday's historic Women's Rugby World Cup quarter-final against New Zealand in Exeter. Now, South Africa will face the Black Ferns with a bench comprising of 7 forwards and 1 back. The inclusion of Booi, the team's regular captain, is one of 10 changes of the starting lineup from the match against France last Sunday. In total, 13 players from the starting 15 and 6 replacements participated in the victory over Italy in York, which secured the Bokswomen first ever advancement in the Rugby World Cup quarter-final. Now, Bokswomen assistant coach Lorian Johannes Haupt has expressed confidence in the team's preparation and capabilities ahead of their upcoming playoff match.
We just need to be more disciplined, more clinical in our approach to how we want to play. We're not going to shy away from the physicality, because that's who we are. We want to bring more of that, and hopefully the Black Ferns will be ready for it. We pride ourselves at our set piece, so that is really one of our strengths. And we just want to continue on that way. We want to show what we're made of in front, so we'll man up in front and do what we need to do, so that our backline can ultimately reap the rewards by scoring the tries.
And that's where we're going to have to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. The team is standing by on Monday. Till then, have a blessed weekend. Good night and take care.